there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, nervous.
Well, you got a good voice, and we'll pick it up. Don't be nervous. Just give us your name and
Okay.
give us your name.
Melody Longo. And in 1991, I had got caught up in a big drug deal in Springfield, and I ended up in the bottom of a dumpster behind the Council of the Blind. And I don't know if you know if that's a little thrift store back behind there. And it was freezing cold. It was winter time, and I didn't have a coat on, didn't have nothing on. And mind you, I had owned my own home, had worked all my life, was married. My husband had cheated, and just so many things had happened. And so that's where I ended up, scared to death, because these people that I had gotten caught up with were pretty evil. I mean, they had done some really evil things. And anyways, I knew it was greater than me. And I didn't see no way out. I didn't see any way out of it. So
you didn't have a home?
I did have a home, but I was in the process of losing everything because of this. And so it was like I mean, the devil was on me. That's all I can say. And because I didn't understand any of it. I really didn't. I didn't understand how I got caught up in it to begin with, but it was like a whirlwind. When it happened, it just happened so fast. And it started with just a little bit of usage, you know what I mean? Just a little bit, and you never think that anything's going to happen, and then a little bit more, and then next thing you know, I was in a trap. I mean, I was in a trap, and I'm a pretty strong person, but this I couldn't do on my own. And so I ended up in that dumpster. It was freezing cold outside, and I promise you I had a flashlight. Never in a million years would I have ever been in the bottom of a dumpster, pilfering stuff, and just sitting there. And I had a 357, a loaded 357, because people that I ran with, I mean, you had to protect yourself. And I had an 8-ball of methamphetamines in the other hand. And I was in the bottom of the dumpster with the lid shut, had a flashlight, and I mean, I just like, okay, this is it, God. You're either gonna help me, you're gonna have to make yourself real to me, because this is too big for me. I can't get out on my own. And I promise you, I shined my light down, and I found a stack of David Wilkerson newsletters and a Bible. And I didn't know what that was at the time, so I just something inside of me said, take your gun and take your stuff, and I want you to go to this motel. And I was like, I don't have any money, I don't have anything, there was ice on the road, and so I walked, and I did. I got out of the dumpster, and I went to this motel, and actually Motel 6 on Glenstone, right there, and what is it, Glenstone, you know, North Glenstone there in 44. Yeah, yes, that's it. And so when I went there, the guy wasn't very nice, but I said, look, I know I'm supposed to be here. It is freezing cold out here, and I mean, I know that I don't have a place to stay. And he goes, all right, I have one place. I have one room for you. It doesn't have any heat, but it has a bed, and you can go ahead and stay there, but you have to get out really early in the morning before my manager gets here. I was like, that's cool. So I went in there, and lo and behold, there was a Bible laying on the side of the deal. So it was me and the Bible, no heat. Could see my breath and everything, and I was like, okay, man. And I opened it up, and when I opened it up to Ephesians, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, and oh my gosh, and I started reading and reading and reading, and mind you, I still had that methamphetamines with me, so I was reading a lot, and I read all night long. And the more that I read, it was just like, it just kept illuminating, and I was like, wow, and it was the strangest thing ever, because it was a God thing. Now I know it was God. I mean, and it was so purposely made that way, that Bible was there, because I was going to kill myself in the dumpster. I literally was going to blow my brains out. And I said, God, you got to make yourself real to me, and he did. And it's been a long road since then. But now look where I'm at with you guys, you know what I mean? And so it was crazy, because this girl, she said, you're going to have a big party back here tonight. And they were like, well, we don't know who we're going to give it to, you know. And I'm new. I've only been here 2.5 weeks. And yeah, I said, she goes, who are the Gideons anyways? And so Vicky, the hostess, said, well, what do you find in every motel room? And this is a young girl, you know, that just is living in a violent shelter down here. And I just asked her to go to church earlier today. And she said, well, alcohol probably. And she goes, I said, no, it's a Bible. You know, and she goes, really? I said, yeah, and those people. And so I got to tell her about it, you know what I mean? So your Bible, I stole it, by the way. I took it out of there, and I don't know. I mean, me and that Bible left that morning, and when we left that morning, things did not get peachy. They were not peachy, and it's been a long road. But I can tell you, I still have that Bible at home with me. And I mean, I stayed up, and I still did the drugs and everything, but today I'm clean and sober. I've been clean and sober. I spoke for the DARE program. It's been a long road, but he's brought me a long way, and it started with that Bible. Because I never even went to church before in my life ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I take that. Thank you.